This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for January 24, 2023, NHF among 5 public bodies with balances at the troubled SSL. 5 public bodies have been identified as having balances at the troubled investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited. The National Health Fund, National Housing Trust, National Insurance Fund, Jamaica Agricultural Society, Jamaica Banana Industry Disaster Risk Fund all have balances with the institution. According to Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, the balances total just under Jamaican $1 billion. The
National Health Fund has a balance of $740,563,020. The National Housing Trust has a balance of $238,855,480. The National Insurance Fund has a balance of $8,400,730. The Jamaica Agricultural Society has a balance of $8,958,646, and the Jamaica Banana Industry Catastrophe Fund has a balance of $98,285. Again, this is the information that has been provided to me by the temporary manager of SSL.
Accused in Kenice Jackson's murder remanded until Friday. The murder case involving Robert Fowler, the St. Catherine mechanic who is accused of killing 20-year-old accounting clerk Kenice Jackson, was adjourned yesterday afternoon until Friday, January 27. He was further remanded until then. When the matter was called up in the Home Circuit Court yesterday, Justice Vinette Graham Allen was informed that a medical examination ordered by the court on the last occasion was conducted. Fowler reportedly did a series of blood tests on November 16 at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine. On October 5, 2022, his attorney, Lyndon Wellesley, informed the judge that his medical condition was worsening, and Justice Graham Allen placed the murder proceedings on hold to address Fowler's health condition. Justice Graham Allen yesterday also made an order for the medical journal to be present in court on Friday so she could peruse the document herself. The prosecution and the Fowler's defense team, which also comprises of Althea Freeman, were instructed to have discussion in relation to shortening the proceedings. Wellesley on a previous occasion told the court that the plan to speed up the matter foregoing a trial was still on course. Jackson, who resided in Independence City, Portmore in St. Catherine, was found dead on March 26, 2021, 2 days after she had been reported missing. Her decomposing body was found in an open lot near the Portmore fishing village. Fowler was taken into custody and charged after he reportedly confessed. Police have theorized that Fowler, who is a mechanic, had lured Jackson to his home under the guise that he had left one of his tools. While there, an argument reportedly developed with Jackson, and he allegedly used a rope to strangle her. A handbag believed to be Jackson's and her bank cards were among items reportedly found at Fowler's home. According to the police, Jackson and Fowler shared a platonic relationship. Fowler would transport her to work on occasions. Richard Biles appointed chairman of FSC. Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, Richard Biles, is the new board chairman of the Financial Services Commission. His appointment was announced Monday by Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark. Other BOJ executives will also serve on the new FSC board. They include BOJ's Senior Deputy Governor Wayne Robinson, Senior Deputy Governor Jad Lewis, and Deputy Governor George Roper. 4 current FSC board members will remain.
Mr. Irwin Burton, former Deputy CEO of Grace Kennedy, Mr. Dennis Brown, retired partner of PwC, Ms. Kenesha Davis, attorney at law, and Mrs. Hillary Robertson, Senior Director at the BOJ, on secondment to the Ministry of Finance and an advisor in my office. Establish a mechanism to review the FSC's approach to the SSL case in order to identify any gaps or constraints, and to assess the status of other licensees and whether there are concerns or potential concerns in respect of any company in the securities industry, just for absolute completeness.
Mob charges school compound in search of driver accused of mowing down elderly woman. Students and the teachers at Belmont Academy in Westmoreland were reportedly left traumatized on Monday after an angry mob charged onto the school compound in search of a driver who they accused of mowing down an elderly woman in the community. According to the news sources, the man, in an effort to elude an angry group of machete and fish gun-wielding men, sought refuge on the school compound, which was meters away from the spot where the woman was allegedly hit. In a video circulating on social media, a shirtless man, believed to be the driver, was seen on the second floor of the school in the presence of teachers. Senior Superintendent of Police Wayne Josephs said the driver of the vehicle was later rescued by the police, who took him safely into custody. As word of the incident spread on Monday, panicked parents scrambled to find out if their children were safe. Sources said the school was dismissed shortly after 11 a.m. because of the incident. The injured woman is now in hospital undergoing treatment. Mobe business community worried after Hilo heist sees Haven. President of the Montego Bay Chamber of Commerce, Oral Haven, says he and his peers have been left rattled by last week's break-in at Hilo's Fairview location in St. James. Haven says they will be moving to do less cash transactions in an effort to minimize their exposure to thieves. Yes, we are concerned it's frightening. That Hilo incident has left a lot of us thinking, what next? He said in an interview with the news. It is scary. It is a concern to the business community. It is a concern to the members of the chamber overall. It shows that these guys sit down and plan these things, he said. On January 20, thieves gained access by drilling a hole in the rear of the building, which houses a supermarket, remittance outlet, pharmacy, and other businesses. They made off with an undetermined sum of cash, electronics, and other valuables. Unconfirmed reports suggest that the robbery was well planned, with a stunt driver posing a distraction and noise from the vehicle, masking sounds from the break-in. The robbery comes on the heels of others within Montego Bay's business community last year, when small supermarkets were particularly hard hit. Haven said his members have discussed the issue and have come up with a plan. I guess we'll be pushing for more point-of-sale transactions, less cash sales, so that criminals will know there is no cash to get there, he told the news. The police investigation is ongoing, but Haven believes it will take more than that to address the issue. It will require more social intervention and more work from the authorities, he stated. If people are afraid that when they get caught, the full book of the law will be thrown at them, that will deter them, he added. Increase the targeted operations in Manchester, police say. Police in Manchester say there will be increased targeted operations to cauterize the crime wave affecting the South Central Parish, with external forces being deployed in search of criminals. Superintendent Shane McCullough, head of the Manchester Police, during a peace walk in 2 of 3 central Manchester communities where a curfew was imposed over the weekend, told journalists that police are pursuing known criminals.
The specialized operations and the joint anti-gang task force, they have been deployed in the parish as of yesterday, Sunday, and have started to carry out targeted operations in a number of communities for persons that we have on our radar as persons of interest, and also persons that we know are associated with other illicit activities. So you will be seeing specialized operations and the joint anti-gang task force for a period of time inside Manchester, right? So that is something we also ask the residents to understand, that with those operations will come sometimes some level of inconvenience with their day-to-day activities, but we ensure that we will do everything in keeping with their constitutional rights, right? Because that's paramount for us as police officers. So there is more forces here that have been deployed to assist and push towards getting the parish back to where we want it in 2023.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.